Hey man, we back, man. Welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If your boy sound a little iffy, it's because I've been sick for the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna push out these videos. But today we got a serious story. Jack Doherty, the viral YouTuber, probably the most stupid YouTuber slash streamer. He's been arrested. It could mark a turning point in his career. But let's break down what happened, how he got here, and what this could mean for his future. Everybody pretty much knows what this means for his future, but let's get into it. On November 15, 2025, Jack Doherty was arrested in Miami Beach. According to the police, he was blocking traffic, standing in the middle of the road in order to film some content. He allegedly ignored repeated orders by the officers to clear the street, reportedly saying, "Once I'm done with this bit." What? And then he was arrested, and officers found, the pills with the amphetamines. They found the 4 grams of cannabis in the form of 3 hand-rolled cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? He was booked in a correctional center, faces 3 charges: possession of controlled substance, possession of cannabis, 20 grams or less, and then resisting an officer without violence. His bond is 3.5. You know what I'm saying? Chump change to somebody like him. I think he got it. I think he got it. Now, to understand why this feels like more than just a typical celebrity arrest, you have to look at Doherty's past. He's not a stranger to controversy. You know what I'm saying? In October 2024, he crashed his $200,000 McLaren while live streaming. He reportedly was distracted by his phone in rainy conditions, more worried about freaking streaming than driving. I don't even know why he was driving that kind of car in rainy conditions, but that's his decision. The crash wasn't just a bad stunt. It led to a permanent ban from the streaming platform Kick. And you know how stupid and how far you got to go to get banned from Kick. You know what I'm saying? Kick is like very lenient on, what you can do when you stream. He also had a very public, turbulent relationship in 2023 to 2025. He was married to an OnlyFans creator, McKinley Richardson, in a highly scrutinized Las Vegas wedding. Their relationship ended amid serious accusations. Richardson later spoke on a couple podcasts about emotional abuse, control, and even mentioned a abortion that followed a pregnancy. A deeply personal and controversial part of the story, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna go into all of that. Everybody knows Jack Doherty. He manipulates young females into starting OnlyFans and signing their whole lives away to him and make money off of them for the rest of their life. NDAs, all that. I'm not gonna go into that. But if you want me to make a whole separate video about that, then I'll be more than happy. I try to stay away from, Jack Doherty videos, but it's just so much stuff that a lot of people don't really cover and they forget about. And they be like, "Ooh, why did he do this? Why did he do that?" So it's just so much stuff. So I had to make a video like this, you know what I'm saying? But this arrest isn't happening in a vacuum. It builds on a foundation of risky, reputation damaging behavior, bro. And I'm dead ass serious. Doherty's brand has always been built on stunts and pranks and living dangerously, but crossing into drug charges and resisting arrest could severely undermine his image. His fans may begin to question, is it just for content or is it just a much deeper personal issue? And these aren't just slap on the wrist infractions. Possession of Schedule II substance can carry serious felonies implications in Florida. Even if he avoids a harsh sentence, the courtroom drama, negative press, the possible probation could hamper his ability to create content freely. Brands and sponsors, which he probably has little of, very little of, might think twice before partnering with somebody like him. You know what I'm saying? They already do, prior to this situation, already, thought twice about, partnering with somebody like him because it's Jack Doherty. Like, don't nobody want to work with him for real. But it made it worse, bro. It made it worse. But blocking traffic while filming, that's not just a harmless prank. You know what I'm saying? It's a public safety risk. According to the police, he was putting himself and others in danger. If his reputation shifts from reckless but entertaining to irresponsible and hazardous, his audience could dwindle. You know what I'm saying? And this incident comes on the top of his previous controversial moments: the car crash, the relationship fallout, the bizarre bets and stunts. Each scheduled chips away from the goodwill. Now, this arrest could be the tipping point, though. Today's creators live or die by relevance. You know what I'm saying? Today's creators live or die by relevance. If public sentiment turns strongly negative, says he's just another influencer arrested for dumb behavior, he risks becoming irrelevant, even more irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? He kind of already is, you know what I'm saying? But he just does stupid stuff that people just have to report on. So I mean, he's kind of relevant, but not really at the same time. But when trust is lost, an online career can fade very fast. And trust me, I know. Now, here's what could play out from here. Legal resolution. If he fights the charges, it could drag on and keep headlines alive, which is something he might like. If he pleads or settles, he might get probation, but with serious conditions like drug treatment, regular check-ins, or like content restrictions or something like that. Another thing could be public apology or damage control. He could try to turn it into a redemption arc, which is kind of stretching it, but he could return this into a redemption arc, apologizing publicly, promising changes, or even leaning into vulnerability. But that's a risky move because the audience might not forgive or forget, and at the end of the day, he might not do it because he's Jack Doherty. But another thing could be a content shift. He might pivot away from extreme stunts and pranks to move grounded content if he wants to rebuild trust. But that's something he's not going to do, because without him doing stuff like this, staying in the headlines and all of this, then he's irrelevant. Nobody's going to talk about him. If he goes on to just gaming and stuff, like, nobody's going to... He already boxes his views as it is. You know what I'm saying? Nobody watches him. Like, I've never came across somebody who says, let's watch a Kai Cenat stream, let alone let's watch a Jack Doherty stream. You know what I'm saying? So if I even came across somebody saying that about Kai's videos, I'm definitely not gonna, come across somebody saying that about Jack Doherty. Kai, I know for a fact Kai boxes views and do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that much people that watch him as it seems. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know a lot of people who watch a lot of live streamers. Is nobody that I know. I might not know the right people or something like that, but I know they don't watch Kai Cenat. So, but I mean, they all about their video viewers and all that. But another thing could be a partner fallout. Sponsors, brands, or platforms might cut ties with him. If big money deals vanish, the financial foundation of his empire could crumble. And I've heard and seen that he's already been struggling with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he crashed that McLaren, he was on TikTok begging people to donate to him or something like that or whatever. But another thing could be long-term reputation. Even after this is over, the incident could become part of his legacy, not as a daring stunt guy, but as a cautionary tale. You know what I'm saying? So where does that leave Jack Doherty at the moment of reckoning? He was once seen as a reckless but magnetic social media star, but now with these charges, he's teetering onto the edge of real potentially career-ending consequences. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments if you think he can recover from this, or if this is the beginning of his fall to irrelevance. I don't think it is. He's been falling irrelevance. But if you like this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe. I got another video. I got another channel. It's a gaming channel. I'm trying to upload weekly, but I've been sick, so I've kind of been iffy on that. But it's all Call of Duty. So if you're a Call of Duty fan and all that, then yeah. But just a reminder, everything I talk about this is based on public sources, news reports, police records, and media coverages. I don't have any inside evidence or inside info. This is not legal advice. This is my take on how things could play out and how things have been playing out. You know what I'm saying? But like, comment, subscribe. Don't go nowhere, though. Click on the video that's on the screen right now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't subscribe, bro, I'm probably going to smack the shit out you. I'm going to keep it a buck. Let's get it, man.